from Zeisman Hall in Ramat Gan. It's the 2026 Maccabiah, and it's championship day here. A beautiful afternoon. Someone is taking the gold home this afternoon, and it'll either be Israel Levant or United States. Hello, everyone, and welcome on in courtside alongside Josh Markowitz. I'm Matt Goodman. And Josh, a couple days ago, these teams actually faced off against each other, and it wasn't necessarily that close, but they were without their two best players in the United States.
Absolutely, and you can tell that, especially with the size comparison, these two teams are going to look to come out strong. The USA is going to crash hard on the boards. It's going to be a good game.
Now let's take a look at today's player to watch. First for the United States, and that is number 5, Yonatan Nuriel. Today's player to watch is brought to you by Freedom Mortgage. Freedom Mortgage, we make buying or refinancing a home easy. And you can see him right there from Boca Raton, Florida, and he is the team leading scorer right now. Had 27 in a game against Germany. That was a win for the United States. And we'll look to carry that momentum here.
And Matt, on the other side, we have Israel's team leading scorer, Ari Lugashi, number 10 from Kfar Saba, a very local town near here. He is a creative forward on the board and led the team in scoring in their win against this U.S. team previously.
Now we'll kick it down to our silent reporter for the day, Sylvia Zeltzer. Sylvia.
I spoke to Coach Matthew Avison before today's matchup, and he said sizes are critical to the team's rebounding abilities. He said that the team played last game, but not as well as they could have, and hopes that the return of these two players will secure them the gold medal today.
Thank you, Sylvia. Well, it's for all the marbles. Here we go. Gold medal match, Josh, between the United States and Israel Levant, and it should be an interesting one nonetheless this afternoon.
Absolutely, and I'm really looking forward to it. We've been watching warm-ups, we've been watching in productions. It's hard to deny the chemistry that this Israeli team has. They're huddling around each other. They really seem to trust each other like they've played with each other a lot. It's not always matched by the U.S., so I'm excited to see how that plays out.
And you look at that United States side compared to the Israeli side, and the amount of depth that Israeli side has on their bench definitely is a reason why they're 5-0 currently playing for the Golden. We were talking a little bit in the Open, and both these teams played a couple days ago, and it wasn't necessarily that close. But you look at it, and the United States didn't have both Nuriel or Schwartz playing. It was a rest day for both of them.
Absolutely, and you got to wonder whether that was a part of Coach Abelson's tactics, is to rest knowing they were going into a medal game. Speaks to how confident he was in the rest of his guys despite their lack of depth that they have, especially compared to Team Israel.
Well, one team will come away with gold, the other with silver. The United States coming into this one at 4-1. Wins against Brazil, Israel Hakol, Germany, and Israel 3. And that loss against Levant, 87-48. It was a blowout. But reinforcements are on the way for the gold medal match, and both these players coming back as we are just about ready to go here in Zeisman Hall. Beautiful afternoon here.
And with those two players coming back, Nuriel and Schwartz, two very talented young players, especially for this team. But you got to question the effects it has on the rest of those guys. How much are they going to take into account that big loss for the guys that were there and still played? You got to think about how they're going to look at these matchups differently for the second time.
For sure, and Schwartz has to be a dog in the paint, getting all the rebounds for his team, both on the offense and defensive side of things today. And like we were talking about, the player to look out for today, Yonatan Nuriel, he's been having himself a tournament. The stud from Boca Raton, Florida. He's just 15 years old. He's been playing ball for 7 years. And last year he won a championship for the West Boca Basketball League.
You got to hope that translates. We're a long way from Boca, but he's got to try and keep that mindset here. Keep that winning mindset. It's go all or go home nothing. Yes, medaling's great. People don't want silver. They want to know gold. You don't ask about second place. You ask who about it comes in first. And I guarantee you the team that comes out with that stronger mentality is going to be the one that takes this.
Well, the result awaits as both teams wishing each other good luck. Referees Omer Sayer and Yoran Chechik ready to go here. in just a second. It's the United States and it's Israel.
And the starting lineups for the U.S., we have number 3, Andrew Lubutsky, number 5, Yonatan Nuriel, number 6, Gava Schwartz, number 11, Jack Vidikan, and number 21, Yonatan Elia.
We'll give you Israel's starting lineup in a second as the tip is off and we are underway. Nuriel winning the tip and Schwartz getting it. Early possession here for the United States. They start out with the ball and a quick takeaway here. And on numbers, 2-on-1 for Israel. And a nice takeaway there by the United States. And Aliyah here for the United States. So a little back and forth, 2 quick turnovers, 1 for each team so far. As we are off and ready to go here.
And some good footwork by both teams. But you got to be able to handle the ball. Possession is going to really matter here.
Amit Diamant, the point guard for Israel this afternoon. Trying to look for his man, Erez, in the paint. Now kicks it out. It's Gorn for the 3, just off. And off the fingertips of, they'll call it, off the fingertips of Nurel, so it'll stay. Excuse me, off the fingertips of Israel, so it'll go the other way. United States with the ball, just about a minute in the first quarter.
And the pressure has been very high. This Israeli team full pressing. They're cutting off passing lanes. They're jumping screens. You got to think they're going to want to try and get these starters out early.
Aliyah out to Rabinovich. First time we're saying his name. He drives into the lane, up for 2. Goes to his left hand for a quick 2, and the United States is the first team on the board this afternoon. Israel coming right back, and a strong layup there by the point guard, Diamant. 2 apiece here, and the press is on for Israel, getting to United States a little bit here, as it'll be another turnover, and it will go back in the possession and way of Israel.
And if I'm Rabovich, if I'm Diamant on both sides, those are layups I'll take all day, every day. Nice cut to a lane, put it on your good hand. That's what you like to see.
So an early press by Israel, and it's benefiting them right now in a wide open 3 by Lugashi. The air ball's it, and it goes out of bounds. The United States will retain possession here with 8:30 to play in the first quarter. Just 2-2 the score right now. Rabinovich up the court, and it's taken away by Israel. Fast break, nice pass there. Wide open 3 for Diamant. Rolls in and out, rebound, Nuriel. U.S. ahead, wide open for Aliyah for the lane. Layup good for 2.
And there it is. They can break that Israeli press that's causing these turnovers and these tip outs. That's what's going to get them back to the hoop. It's what's going to get this Israeli defense to calm down and let the U.S. run an offense.
100%. U.S. up 4-2 right now early in the first. It's a good layup there. Just off the rim, the United States gets the rebound. That's Schwartz. A lot of fast-paced play here, getting it up and down the court for both teams pretty early on. And Israel pressuring up on the ball pretty early here. But it'll stay in possession of the United States.
And if I'm the United States, you got to match Israel's speed here. They're staying up high. They're not giving anybody room to breathe.
United States can't breathe right now and just set up their offense, and it's taken away, and Schwartz is confused. He wanted a foul on that. Lugashi out for the 3, and that's Erez, and he knocks it down. Israel now up 5-4. And the press is still on. And the United States, they're able to break it again. But another takeaway. That's now back-to-back possessions where it's taken away by the Israelis, but off the back of the rim by Malka and taken away by the United States.
And there was a poor pass there from Schwartz. Falls back into the hands of the Israelis again.
And things are just getting sloppy right now for the U.S. And a wide open layup for Erez there. That was too easy. It's now 7-4, the Israelis. Rabinovich up on the left side. Kicks it to Lubutsky. Lubutsky with 20+ in that win over Germany. Spin move and the shot put up by Rabinovich. No good. Rebound, Nuriel. It's no good. And rebound goes back to the Israelis. Two points for Diamant, and Israel up 9-4.
Elia takes it down, steps it back, looks to cut back, but it bounces off of Edom Larka and lands again in the hands of Israel. Elia looking to press up a little bit, but can't.
Pressure now by the United States on defense. Both teams just trying to get the ball up court and make something happen. Another three-pointer put up there by the Israelis, and another air ball that time by Lugashi. And we'll have some substitutions. One in number 10, Ben Cooperman, the player spotlight, player to look out for.
And number 97 as well, Biri Malka, checking into the game.
So Israel still playing with the press here pretty early. As Lubetsky takes it up the court, he kicks it to Aliyah. The U.S. trying to set up finally and run their first actual play on offense. And another takeaway there by Israel. That's Lugashi up and in for two. It's going all Israel's way. 5 minutes into the first, they're up 11-4 now.
Here comes the double. USA seemingly can barely get the ball past half court. There's another tip pass from Malka. And if I'm Israeli head coach Elad Bentov, I'm ecstatic with my team defense right now. This is exactly what you want out of a press. High pressure, lots of turnovers, lots of stress for the other team. Don't give them a second to think.
Exactly what the doctor ordered for the Israeli coach. But on the other side of things, you're Matthew Abelson. You're looking to call a timeout soon and possibly regroup and talk things over. As an inbounds play and a wide open three to Lubetsky, but he airballs it and possession back to Israel. And a nice pass there for two. That's Itamar Malka.
And the great pass from the recent substitution, Biri Malka, and you love to see him getting right back on his man for defense.
Ravnovich wasting no time trying to make something happen for his team. And the U.S. will now go to the line. That foul is on number 15, Ori Lugashi. So first couple free throws here for the United States. Ori Rabinovich from Israel, but actually playing for the United States. You can see the replay here, just trying to make something happen for his team pretty early. Drives to the lane. Goes up for the left layup and at the line for two.
And that's one of his better looks at the cup. This U.S. team really has to try and match the pace that this Israeli team does. Otherwise, they're going to get tough.
So Rabinovich knocks down 2 of 2. U.S. now down 13-5, and we'll have the substitution coming in here. That's number 20, Adam Saki, replacing number 15, Ori Lugashi.
Here comes Ben Cooperman taking the ball up.
13-6 to score right now. We're halfway through the first quarter. Israel setting up on offense. Saki back to the point to Cooperman. Cooperman trying to run the ISO one-on-one against Schwartz. Driving to his right, now up for two. No off the rim, rebound. Gets it stripped away. That's Vitikin. Just subbed into the game. Lubetsky up, and that's off. Just keeping it in bounds is Vitikin, but now the ref will say that he stepped out of bounds, and Israel back with possession. And another substitution coming in for the United States. So Nuriel and Lubetsky both subbing out. Coming in the game is Remy Schnell and Jonah Lubetsky, the brother of Andrew, checking in for the first time today.
Tips out of bounds back towards USA's ball.
Lubetsky not wearing a jersey on the court, so we don't really know what number he's wearing this afternoon, but he'll inbound it for the United States, and it's now 13-6. So U.S. down 7 here. We're about 6 minutes through the first quarter. If you're just joining us, thank you. From Maccabi USA, it's the gold medal. Both teams going home with hardware.
And we're happy to say that this game between the U.S. and Israel is brought to you by Aaron, Jason, Eliza, and Howard Hook. I'm Yisrael High, proud supporters of Maccabi Media and Maccabi USA. We are incredibly thankful for the support you have.
So Schwartz got fouled on that last play, so it'll stay with the U.S. It's a scary inbound there to Schnell, but he's able to come up with the ball. And now Lubetsky, the first time he's touching the ball on offense. Quibbling left and right in a bad pass there trying to find Schwartz, but it's knocked away by Israel. But Lubetsky able to retrieve his own pass there, and the U.S. stays with the ball. Now out to Vitikin. Vitikin driving into the lane. Now puts up a tough shot, an air ball there. Zeros on the shot clock, and it will go back in the direction of the Israelis. Malka with the ball. He now kicks it to Cooperman, and the Israelis will set up on offense again. Cooperman driving to his left, trying to find his big man in the paint. Good defense there by Schwartz. Knock it out of bounds. Israel ball.
And, you know, we saw a few pick and rolls there from Israel, caused U.S. to switch. You got to think that Schwartz and Nuriel are going to want to stick to that big man, Eitan Torto.
Cooperman inbounding the ball here for Israel. Kicks to Eitan Todorov, but back to the man Cooperman right now. Driving into the lane. Diamant kicks it out. Wide open look. No good from Zaki, but an offensive rebound from Todorov, but it's taken away by Jack Vitikin for the U.S. Israel still pressing up on the U.S., but the U.S. able to break it, and here is Vitikin now kicking it out to Lubetsky. Lubetsky trying to make something happen now. He'll kick it in the paint for Schnell. Schnell, not a good look there, and it's once again another turnover. The U.S. can't find it on offense right now. As another fast break look there. An easy two for Amot Diamant. And Israel's now up 15-6, excuse me.
And a loose ball goes down, picked up by Itzhaki.
And another takeover there, and up and in for two, that's Malka. And now we'll see the first timeout of the game. Head coach Matthew Abelson calling timeout. He needs to reset things. It's 17-6 right now, 2:48 to play left in the first quarter. Everything going the Israeli way right now.
And absolutely, Team Israel is firing on all cylinders. We have guards getting blocks. There's loose balls. People are finding their man. This is the kind of chemistry we feel about. Take another look. A great three, and look at the pressure that goes right back up to the offense. Stays right there on him. They don't let them go. This is the kind of pressure exactly that you want out of this Team Israel side.
Well, you can definitely see that's something that you can see another replay here. Is the U.S. just can't find it right now, both on the defense and offensive side of things. The amount of turnovers, and that's why Abelson called timeout. You can see another fast break layup there. If you're Abelson, you're just resetting your guys right now, giving them a quick breather. It's just all fast break, easy opportunities for Israel right now, and the U.S. just has to regroup. But like you were saying, if you're head coach Eldad Bentov, you're pretty excited right now. You're up by 11 in a gold medal match. I think you're feeling pretty good right now, Josh. Wouldn't you say?
100%. This is exactly what you want to see out of your team pressing the ball. You want to see pressure. You want to see panic from the other team. Right now, the U.S. does not look like they're a team of five right now. It looks like they're 5-1s out there. And the Israeli team, they're making switches. They're communicating. They're talking to each other. That's what you need to see out of team defense. And that's why it doesn't seem that U.S. can break that.
Could be finals nerves this afternoon, and another bad pass there by the U.S. They're just not able to figure out how to break this press. Israel is just all over them, and that's 8 seconds right there. Yonatan Ilya just trying to get it back to Schwartz, but the ref blows his whistle before he's able to do so. Once again, and that is pretty much saying it all afternoon so far. It's only the first quarter, but Israel's been having most of the possession here.
100%, and you have Barry Malka had some fantastic on-ball defense there. That's exactly what you want. U.S. called a timeout, trying to slow the momentum down. That's the exact kind of play you want to have. And there he goes again, Diat, easy layup, wide open, gets right to the paint. He can have those all day.
It's just too easy. You see Diamond coming around the screen, collecting the pass, and he just has a wide open lane for an easy two. It's not great defense there by Vitikin, as he's now one-on-one with Diamant. Vitikin trying to kick it out, but another takeaway there. It's just been all defense and offense from Israel. The U.S. just can't figure them out right now. And you see the shake of the head there by Schwartz. He's not happy right now.
He's not, because if I'm him, he just got his pass that was going to him picked off by Itzhaki. Itzhaki then broke the double team, drew a foul for Israel, gives them the possession on their offensive side.
So Cooperman with the inbound, trying to find his point guard Diamond. Instead will kick it out to Todorov. Now back to Cooperman. Israel setting up their offense. Todorov with the screen. Cooperman now goes to his left. And a nice pick and roll there. You like that. Just off the back rim. But it kicks back in favor of Israel. Now into the lane is Malka with 2 defenders on him. He's blocked by Schwartz. Lubetsky up with it now on the offensive side. Will drive into the lane, up and off the glass, nowhere close. Israel now with another fast break. It's been all fast breaks for them this afternoon. Cooper's been for the wide open 3. Can't get it to go, but another offensive rebound for Israel. And Koopman retains possession at the top of the arc. Now kicks it out to Zaki. Zaki goes in and almost gets the teardrop to fall for the and 1, but will go to the stripe for 2.
And if I'm Geva, let's take another look at this. Drives in, good split the lane and just gets the contact. If he can't get the shot up, he gets contact. He'll take the shots at the line all day. But if I'm Geva Schwartz for the United States, that's exactly what you need to be doing. You need to be patrolling that paint. If they want to have deeper threes, they can keep those, but you need to be able to make sure no shots get up. You need to use his size to his advantage.
So Zaki 2 for 2 from the line, and Israel is still pressing, but the U.S. finally able to break the press. It's the first time being able to see that. The first couple minutes and a miscommunication there by Schwartz. But luckily his teammate Ilya was there to retrieve the ball. Now out to Lubetsky. Lubetsky finding Schwartz off the fingertips of Schwartz. Just laziness behavior from him right now. Cooper's been up with the ball.
And an unfortunate go events there for the U.S. looking to bounce back. It seems like they had an opportunity there. They broke that press. They had it going. But an unfortunate missed pass. They're definitely going to want to wish they could do that one back.
Betsky with the impound play. And Ilya now up with the ball. Kick it back out to Lubetsky now, out to the corner and Vitikin. Vitikin drives into the lane, it's up, and it's good. Flexing the muscles right there. Gets the layup to fall and goes to the stripe to try for the 3-point play. So Israel now up 21-8. See the replay there. All toughness from Vitikin. And the contact by Zaki.
Diamond finds Saki on the side.
Diamond now at the top of the arc. Kicks it to Lugashi. Lugashi setting up the offense here. The paint to toe draw. Diamond for a wide open look. It's no good, but offensive rebound by Israel and Lugashi.
20 seconds left on the clock. Let's see how they use this.
Diamond now trying to get the screen from his man. Goes to the right into the lane. Kicks it out for Lugashi for the 3, but zeros on the shot clock. But Israel gets the ball once again, another turnover. It's just all miscommunication as finally the first quarter comes to an end. Israel up 23-9.
And that's an unfortunate call from Schwartz. That's another one he's going to wish he had back. Thought he heard the shot clock go off, thought it was just going to be an inbounds. And there it is, drops it off to the side. Easy layup for Israel. When you're down like that, trying to build momentum, those are not the plays you can give up with that one.
23-9. We'll be back in just a second quarter of action here in Ramat Gan. We're back here at Zeisman Hall, second quarter of action here. just a second ago, head coach Matthew Abelson not too happy with the referees, as his team is down 23-9 right now as we start second quarter action. And it's been all Israel in that first quarter, Josh.
And yeah, I mean, that defensive pressure speaks for itself. Lots of points off turnovers, lots of fast breaks, lots of pushing the tempo. That's exactly what you want to see from a two-way team like this.
So the U.S. wins the tip-off, so Israel will start with possession here in the second quarter. Erez with the ball, drives into the lane. Nice layup there, but off the rim. Wide open three. Look here for Lugashi. Bang! He gets it. Israel now up 26-9, and it's just an onslaught for them right now.
Quick
and they
double.
will not stop with this break. As they get it to Nuriel, and Lubetsky's wide open look there. Andrew Lubetsky knocks down that layup. 2 points back on the board for U.S. Now 26-11.
If I'm the U.S., I definitely want to have more possessions like that. That was great passing, great breaking the press. A few more of those, and you might be able to get Israel to slow this press down.
Open three there from Erez, but he misses. Possession will stay in favor of Israel. Just a minute down in the second quarter. Israel up 26-11 right now. Inbound play to Diamant at the top of the arc. Pressured by Ilya. Now the screen on Ilya, and Diamant drives into the lane past Schwartz, but it's taken away. Nice steal there by Ilya, and Israel still with the press. Why should they stop? It's been working for them so far here in this one. Nuriel now into the lane, up for two, rattles around and in. He gets the lay, and it's 26-13 now. U.S. still down by 13. We'll see if this quarter is for them.
And that's what you want to see out of Nuriel, using that length, using his speed against other big men to get to the lane.
Ball going around all over the place right now, and U.S. is able to be the one that picks it up. Israel's hands just all over the place. They've been able just to swat the ball out left and right. They're doing everything correct here in this gold medal match. So it'll be an inbounds play on the baseline for the U.S. Looking to make something happen here. Still early in the second quarter, down 13. Rebnovich with the ball. Kicks to Schwartz. Schwartz to Nuriel in the lane. With zeros in the shot clock, he gets it to fall, and the foul. So he'll go to the stripe. Yonatan Nuriel has been putting on an impressive tournament. He's our player to watch today, and you can see it on full display right there.
And just like Vatican had that and one in the first quarter, you hope this and one can be the turning tide as he gets a 3-point there. You hope that can be what changes the pace for this USA team.
So the U.S. with 5 consecutive points, they now cut the lead down to 10. And we'll see if Israel can respond with Cooper's man at the top of the arc. Kicks it out to Malka, rattles in and out. Unfortunate there. That looked like it was in from our view. That looked like we had it right here.
And
so
I'm sure
foul is called.
And I'm sure he thought that too, but the way this Israel team is moving, the way they're crashing the boards, especially offensively, you got to still be here ready for second chance buckets.
That's why they're all putting up the 3-point shots right now, because they can trust their big guys to get the rebounds, because it's been working for them. They've been able to retain possession on the offensive side of things all afternoon so far. The U.S. hasn't really been able to rebound the ball.
And there we go, Itamar Malka, the big man for Israel, making his second of his 2 free throws, gives him a 1 point, gives them a 11 lead over U.S.
And why stop the press? It's been working all afternoon. You just see the double teams, and the U.S. just, they freak out. And you just have to find your teammate that's wide open, as you do there, and that was Lubetsky for the layup, but he doesn't get it to fall. And Israel now with the fast break, and the nice 2 going to his left there is Ben Cooperman. Takeaway there by Israel. Another fast break opportunity here. Now it's Erez. Erez kicks it to his big man Malka.
Great
Malka gets his defender to fall, kicks it out. A wide open 3 there from Goran. Doesn't get it to fall. Rebound U.S. Fast break here. Rebnovich, no one around him, goes up for the lay and gets it to fall for 2.
And that's the kind of turnovers that the U.S. needs to create. They need to use that, and they need to capitalize before Israel can start their press.
Back and forth we see here early on in the second quarter.
Nice
Coopersman up for 2.
Nice little classy Euro step there, showing these Americans some Euro ball.
Well, Coopersman, the player to watch for Israel this afternoon. And we see him on full display, cheering on his team here, hyping them up.
There we go, gets a tips pass right in the face of the USA bench. That's got to give you some momentum.
It'll stay U.S. ball. Israel now up 11.
And there we go. Foul on number 9, Itar Malka. Reaching a little bit too hard there.
Israel playing great defense, but getting a little too aggressive there. So it'll stay with the U.S.
In comes number 34, Ben Adavida, for number 9, Itar Malka.
Ilya with the inbound, but good hands there. And a takeaway there by Goran. The fast break, one-on-one, will get fouled there by Rabinovich. It's going to be an inbound play for Israel, right under the hoop at the baseline.
And you don't want to endorse it too much, but that's not a bad foul. Force Israel to make a real possession instead of just continuing to score, rack up fast break points.
Coopersman to Goran, back to Coopersman at the top of the arc. One-on-one against Schwartz, now driving into the lane. Can't get it to fall, rebound U.S. Let's see if they have numbers, and they do. Nuriel up, and he gets bumped, and there is the late call. A call blocking foul, and Nuriel back to the stripe for 2.
And if I'm Coach Matthew Abelson for the U.S., that's what I like to see. It led to a foul and not a direct basket, but that's the kind of looks you want. You want to get those defensive boards and get the ball out quickly. That's what's going to stop these Israeli players from getting right into their press, as Yotan Nuriel makes his first free throw.
So Nuriel was able to knock down that 3-point play and is now 2 for 2 at the line, looking to stay at 100% right now, and he can't. So he's now 2 for 3 from the line. It's now 31-19. U.S. down 12. Coopersman at the top of the arc, drives into the lane, can't get that layup once again. We saw him try to go for that layup on that last possession, and back-to-back possessions, and Coopersman and Israel can't get it to fall. So momentum now shifting a little bit in the U.S. direction, and another takeaway there, and they're going to call a hold there on Rabinovich. It was nothing but daylight there for Israel if Rabinovich didn't foul there, but a good foul by the U.S.
And I mean, just grasping for straws there. There's not much you can do. 1 second you're passing the ball to your teammate. 1 second all you see is a guy's headlights.
They'll call a tech on that.
And I mean, that's the right call you got to make there. I mean, it wasn't the dirtiest of plays, but like you said, he had a wide open lane, fast break, no one between him and the hoop. That's intentional.
10 out of 10 times that'll be called any day of the week. So Erez at the line. He's been sharp from the stripe. Knocks down both of those. And Israel's lead now back up to 14 with 5:27 to play in the second.
And we'd like to say this game between the U.S. and Israel is brought to you by the Barth family of New York City, proud supporters of Maccabi USA and the Maccabi Media Program. We are incredibly thankful for all the support you've given us.
Deep three there from Lugashi. Looked like a Steph Curry shot right there. Can't get it to fall, though. And we'll see Lubetsky, that's Jonah, coming in for his brother Andrew. So Andrew will take a seat, Jonah in. So one twin subs out the other as Israel stays with the ball. Cooperman with the three. That looked good from here, but off the rim. And the U.S. will retain possession down 14 with 5 minutes to go here in the second.
And that's great pressure from Erez there for Israel. Right when the shot goes up, even if he doesn't get the rebound, he's not running back. He's staying there on the ball, forces the tip. And a poor miscommunication there from Israel. Lubetsky throws it out of bounds, intended for Elia. It's going to be Israel ball on the baseline.
Lubetsky trying to find Ilya here near the Israeli bench. But Elia turning his back last second, that ball goes out of bounds. All miscommunication here this afternoon. Coopersman now the one-on-one against Schwartz, drives into the lane, gets it swatted away, but Israel will stay with the ball. Three-pointer there is way off. That was Lugashi taking that. So shot clock goes off, and it'll be U.S. ball.
And that's one of the first real stops that the U.S. has had all game.
But you know, Josh, if you're Israel, why stop the press? It's been working all afternoon. There's only been a couple possessions where the U.S. have been able to break it.
Oh, we got a ball boy coming in.
The kids are in attendance this afternoon. Everyone's here to watch. We have a pretty good crowd here. We'd like to thank you for joining us here at Zeisman Hall. And another 8-second there. Lubetsky just struggling to get the ball past the court. And you can see his teammates are trying to tell him what to do, but it's not so easy when you have all white in front of you.
And you said, why would Coach Bentoff for Israel stop this press? Absolutely no reason. This press is working exactly the way they intended, exactly the way they need to. Hard fall there from Misaki, but play goes on. Cooperman drives to his right, gets to the cut, seemingly found no conflict there. That was too easy.
It's like a touchdown pass from a takeaway here by Israel, as the U.S. had a fast break there for a second in Nuriel, but it gets taken away, and you have a 3-on-0 for Israel, and they can't capitalize. So a lucky break there for the U.S., but Israel will stay with the ball now, 35-19. So an early blowout, everything going the right way for Israel. And you just hear on their bench, 6 guys on the bench for them. For U.S., only have 2 guys on the bench.
And quick pressure, quick double team. Bobbles up.
Elia now with the fast break, goes to his left for 2, and he can't even believe that one miss. He thought he got that with ease.
And that's great hustle back defense from number 15, Ori Lugashi for Israel, never giving up on that play. That's exactly what you want to see out of one of your star players.
Gorn at the top of the arc, drives in for 2, can't get it to fall. And Josh, on the offensive side of things for Israel, it seems like it's the same exact play over and over again. Well, it's just they're at the top of the arc and they drive in for 2. It's just way too easy for them.
Absolutely, and as well as the Israel's offense is going, USA needs to talk about their team defense. It has gone way too easy. They're getting no contact. It's either a foul or it's an open lane.
And we'll now toss it down to our sideline reporter, Sylvia Zeltzer.
Coach Abelson emphasized the importance of physicality in this game against the Israelis and wants his team to prevent the fast breaks that aided their opponent's success.
Thank you, Sylvia. Well, you can see head coach Matthew Abelson talking things over, nothing going their way here. And it's been all Israel here in the first half, Josh, on the offense and defensive side of things.
And Maccabi Media and Maccabi USA would like to thank one of our great partner organizations, Route 1, an initiative of the Jewish Education Project. Route 1, rooted in Israel, connected for life.
You know, Josh, if you're head coach Matthew Abelson, one thing that you're talking about, probably the main thing, is how can you break the press? Trying to draw up plays, because his team is just getting double-teamed all over the place, and they just get nervous. They're not able to get it to their teammate that's wide open.
Absolutely, and from what I see, if you're Coach Matthew Abelson, you're talking about one thing in your huddle, and that's hustle. The second the ball gets loose, there seems to be no contact, there's no grind. You need to get on the floor, because if Israel wants it more than you, they're going to blow you out every single time.
The U.S. finally able to figure it out there as Elia dribbling with the ball now, kicks it out to Nuriel. Nuriel with the splash for the 3. It's good, 35-22. Israel still leads. So a little bit of hope there for the U.S. And let's see if Israel can respond. Lubetsky was guarding Malka there, but then just loses him as Malka had a wide open look, and another lucky play there for the U.S. on defense. And Israel is just jacking up shots, but it doesn't matter for them because there's a white jersey near the rim to get the rebound for them. Finally, the U.S. gets a rebound, and it's Nuriel out and kicks it out to Rabinovich, and Rabinovich gets drilled in the face.
Hard foul there from Cooperman. That's going to be a big side effect of this heavy, intense press. They're going to be jumping passing lanes. They're going to be not giving you time to think.
Look at the foul there. Nuriel trying to connect with Rabinovich, trying to break the press, and instead Rabinovich gets taken down.
Just gets caught in the arm there going for the ball. That's going to happen when you jump those lanes.
So Ilya the inbounder, the U.S. trying to run a play.
Looks for Rabinovich, picked off there by Cooperman, or not by Cooperman, excuse me, by Ronnie Erez. It's going to stay USA ball.
Ilya now on the other side inbounding the ball, gets it to Giva Schwartz. Schwartz into the lane. That's the first time we're saying that this afternoon. He hasn't been driving. Maybe the spark that the U.S. needs is more action from him in the paint.
Absolutely, and you definitely want to see more action from him and Nuriel, especially after being back this match, after missing this previous one against this same team.
Well, you see it right there. So another big reason why Israel is successful on the offensive side of things is they're able to find the open man. And drawing the fouls has been pretty easy for them all afternoon. They've been at the line a lot.
Absolutely, and if they can continue to play defense the way they can, these fouls will be what makes the game. Because if they can keep getting sent to the line, keep getting layups, that's what's going to be what makes this. Because now a dead ball like this off a free throw gives them time to fall back right into this press that USA has had such a hard time breaking.
So Zaki drills both of them. And another takeaway there by Israel. The U.S. just can't figure out how to break the press right now. And a wide open three there, and it's good.
And the celebration.
Zaki knocks it down.
And the celebration from the Israeli bench continues as Israel continues to climb this lead.
So Ilya inbounds it, then gets the ball right back. The retrieval from Schwartz. Ilya now into the lane, goes up for two and gets fouled. Almost got it to fall, but he'll go to the line for two shots. On that recent possession, like I was just talking about, finding the open man, and that's exactly what Israel does there. Finding Zaki right behind the arc. He's wide open. And an easy three for him to put Israel up by 18 and now 17 after that free throw was made by Ilya.
Absolutely, speed kills on those threes. If you can continue to get rebounds on the offensive side the way Israel has, that speed will get you there. It'll get you to open shots. It'll get you to open man, making the extra pass as a team.
Lead down to 16, but it's been all Israel here in the first half. Let's see what the U.S. can do on defense. Another three is put up there, but off the rim by Saki. But another offensive rebound, so Israel stays with possession here. 1:20 to go in the second quarter. 13 on the shot clock after that rebound. Now into the paint, swatted away by Nuriel. He says, no, sir, not today. Now the fast break for the U.S. Rabinovich kicks it out to Ilya. Ilya for the three. No good. Off the rim. Rebound, Israel. Erez now with the ball. Drives, kicks it to Saki. Saki to Malka. Malka now driving into the lane, going to the left. Kicks it to his big man. That's too easy. It's good. Todorov with the tier and the lay. And it's now 42-24, Israel.
And that's an incredible play. Those are the ones you want to get in practice. Drive, kick, get it to the big man.
So Rabinovich draws another foul, and he'll be at the line for a 1-and-1. Excuse me, two shots.
Rabinovich's third time at the line.
So 39 seconds to go. And if you're the United States, you're just hoping to get in the locker room right now and talk things over, reset, and come out stronger in the second half. Down 17 points right now.
And in comes Max Strongin for the first time. Checks out Adam Izaki.
A little bit of pressure here by Rabinovich after the two made free throws. But Erez easily able to break that. Kicks it out for Strongin for the wide open three. He can't get it to go. Ball going all over the place. and Malka steps out of bounds, so it'll be U.S. ball, 23 seconds on the game clock, so U.S. will most likely hold the ball for a last possession play here. Let's see what they can do. They're able to break the press. It's Rabinovich up with the ball now, kicks it to Lubetsky. Lubetsky at the top of the arc, back to Rabinovich. U.S. not able to figure out anything here. Nice pass there across court to Ilya. Ilya now to Nuriel. Nuriel with 2 on the game clock, has to put it up. He does. Off the rim, no good. 0s on the clock, and that is the half. 42-25, all domination in the first half for Israel. It's been all domination on the offense and defensive side of things. The U.S. will go to the locker room trying to find things out. And down 17 points right now.
And if you're the Israel, I know your bench is smaller, especially compared to Israel's, but you have to make adjustments here. We've seen Israel firing on all cylinders, scoring at all 3 levels, playing incredible defense. And yes, the U.S. has had some opportunities at the cup, but it's going to be close. It's going to be a hard comeback for the United States.
U.S. down 17.
Guys, we're also up. Clock awareness, good shots. USA on 3, 1, 2, 3. USA! This is our first kill right here. We need one more stop after this. 6! One more stop, we get a kill. Tell them we got one more stop, we get a kill. Let them know it's 6, Eli. Give them a 6 count. Where's the shot? Straight ahead, under the basket, man. Let's go! I can live with that, man. Yeah, I can live with that. Good. Yep, I can live with it. I can live with that. Last possession. Last possession. Go, top, I can live with that. I can live with that. Give him a 6. 6. Last possession. Well done, guys. That's tough. Get it out of the net. Get it out of the net. Get it out of the net. Game over. I'll take some. Game over. I'll take some. Game over. I'll take some. Game over. That's a great win, fellas. Proud of you for game 1. It's an honor and privilege to play Israel. Took them out early, and let's just keep building on that. I love it. USA on 3. 1, 2, 3. USA! Good job, guys.
So I was actually fortunate to play for him in the U16 Maccabi games, the national games, about 8 years ago. And we've stayed close ever since, so to be able to play for him again now is such a blessing. It's a full circle moment for me and him.
So USA loud and proud? 1, 2, 3, USA!
Look inside! Dunk that! Dunk that! Yeah!
2.
Like a practice. Let's get the most out of it. More talk. Talk it up on 3. All right? 1, 2, 3. Talk it up. So good. So good. Under 5. And what did we keep him to? 2. Solid. I can live with that.
You're here to compete, you know what I mean? And it's like a kill-be-killed scenario, and we love them, we hope them the best, but we're going for gold, you know, nothing less.
The plan is USA versus Team USA, the same way it was in the Pan American Games a couple of years ago. But really, we just take it one play at a time, one day at a time, try to win whatever we're doing, and hope for the best.
I'm Ari Wall here with Maccabi Media, and I'm standing here inside the circle with Rob Prebish, and he's going to sort of walk us through what is sort of a niche sport, beach wrestling, not the same as the wrestling you might be used to inside on a mat. So, Rob, what's sort of the differences between what we're going to have here on the sand versus the mat?
The ring is a lot smaller than the mat that we wrestle on. Obviously, the surface is way different, and it's a completely different set of scoring and match time. It's a 3-minute period. And the first wrestler to score 3 points wins. And to do that, you can score 1 point if my opponent steps out of the ring. I can score 1 point if I take you from your feet, put you to the sand, and I can earn 3 points, which is going to end the match, is if I throw you from your feet to your back. But if my knee touches the ground at any time, you get the point. You have to get your footing, so it's. I
was going to say, this footing, obviously a mat, you got a nice flat surface. What are sort of the different muscles that might be, more important?
You're going to be using your calves, quads and your hamstrings, and it's just going to be, you're just going to have to get used to the pit. And they'll rake it nice and smooth every so often, but it's gonna get messed up pretty quick.
Is there any special technique that goes into falling to not hurt yourself? How much dedication do you think about that?
It's the same as in wrestling. You just kind of go with it. If you post a hand, you're probably going to hurt your hand or your elbow or your shoulder, so you kind of go with it, tuck your chin, and hope that the guy knows what he's doing.
All right, thanks so much, Rob.
Yes, sir.
To follow all our Maccabi media coverage, keep following us at Maccabi USA and on our YouTube and social media.
I'm here with Ruben Cohen, and this is the Maccabi matchup. Today, I, as a media team member, will be racing against Ruben as a gold and silver medalist in the 400 and the 200 meters as of a couple hours ago. He also happens to be my brother. Rube, how do you think you're going to do in this race today?
Let's just say I'm not worried.
We're going to do a bit of a modified version. We're going to go a little shorter because I don't know if I can make it 100 meters, to be honest. And my brother, I think, isn't sure either. So we're going to do a 60-meter race, and I will get a 10-meter head start. It's going to be short, it's going to be quick, and I think I'm going to win. All right, we're going to wait for the call.
All right, on your marks, get set, go.
So, Rube, how did the race go?
As expected.
You got the gold medal.
Gold medal.
Well, that won't be your first gold medal of the day. That's 2 golds, maybe 3, as we're about to have the relay. But thanks for tuning in to the first Maccabi matchup. We'll be back soon with a new one.
And he had me for a few steps. So.
Bye, guys.
Ready for second half action. Look at the food right there. Chefs are cooking up this afternoon. Second half action about to get started. Israel currently up 42-25. And it's been all going their way right now. Up 17 points. Everything going their way on the offensive and defensive side. We'll send it to Sylvia.
I'm here with Coach Matthew Abelson. Coach, what's your strategy going into the second half?
We're going to elevate the intensity. Israel's come with a lot of intensity, and we have to match that intensity. The style of play here, things that we might think are fouls, they're not called. So we have to come out and play in a way that we're not used to. And we've been able to break the press, and when we have, we get open layups. So we're going to continue to break the press. That means passing the ball, not over-dribbling, and trying to get as many touches in that 24 seconds as possible so we can keep them on defense for as long as we can.
Are there any players that you're looking to see these from specifically?
Well, we rely on our captain, Geva Schwartz. When he gets the ball, we feel confident, so we're trying to get him some touches on the offensive end, and our guards are the ones who bring up the ball.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck.
Well, you hear right there from the USA head coach, Matthew Abelson, getting his guys to regroup and take a break for a second.
And I completely agree with him. Geva Schwartz has had few touches. As you see, some standout plays from Israel's Amit Diat and number 18, Ronnie Erez, playing incredible today. Definitely keeping up the pace, matching the energy of their game plan. This is exactly how you want this to play out if you're Team Israel.
Can't forget about Yonatan Nuriel, though, for the U.S. He's the player to look out for. Driving into the lane, causing havoc there, going up for two.
And the speed he has at his length, that's going to be what you want to break a press. As we get this game started, Israel up 42-25. The U.S. has a high mountain to climb, but they got time to do it. Let's see if they can get it started here again in Zeisman Hall for the gold medal.
Well, the storyline in the first half was the U.S. not being able to break the press, the amount of turnovers. How can they fix it here in the second half?
They got to play with speed. Coach said it in just now previously. They got to play with speed. They got to attack. They got to be aggressive. They got to force the Israeli defense to make the decisions. As there we go, an open layup there for Yotan Nuriel to start the USA off.
There's a start that they need. U.S. starting with possession, putting up a quick two. Wide open three there now for Israel, and it's way off. Once again, finding the open man, but the U.S. getting lucky early here in the second half. Rabinovich for the three. And he's starting off the third quarter, hot.
That's a great start for USA. 5 unanswered points.
Erez 2. Diamant for the 3. Nowhere near the rim, but a good keep in there by Lugashi, and Israel retains possession. Diamant at the top of the key. 2 seconds on the clock. The three-pointer is up. It is no good. Ball roaming around.
Another
three. And there it goes. Gets it to fall. Ori Lugashi.
Here we go. Ori Rabinovich, though, taking it back up for the U.S., playing with that speed that they need to attack this press with.
U.S. able to break the press there. A nice give and go for Nuriel. And a fillet up and in for two.
And a great little layoff pass there from Geva Schwartz. Team captain, like Coach said, that's the kind of leadership you want to see out of a big man like that.
Erez into the paint. Nice pass there.
And a clean reverse layup there from number 15, Ori Lugashi, again, absolutely tearing it up around the cup today.
It's what's been working for Israel on the offensive side of things. Finding the open man, but Nuriel coming right back and draining the three for the U.S. It's now 47-35. Israel with possession. Kick out to Malka.
Hard foul there from Yotan Nuriel. And this is the exact kind of response you want to see from U.S. going out of the half. Quick points, gets a great shot there for Nuriel. First free throw from Itar Malka is off.
Well, that's what's been working for Israel on offense, Josh. We've been saying it all afternoon, finding that open man, driving into the lane, drawing contact, going to the stripe. It's been working for them all afternoon. Nice pass there. Lubetsky up and in for two. Good pass for Rabinovich, finding him to break the press.
Look at Erez pushing the pace, already up court. Finds Lugashi, deep three. Got it! Drills it, holds the hand up to let him know about it.
That's now his second three-pointer of the half. He's hot right now for the Israelis, and he's a sharpshooter. Here's Schwartz for a three. That's his first three of the afternoon, but that's off. Schwartz still trying to get something going for himself. As Sylvia was talking to Abelson coming out of the half, he was talking about one of the guys that he needs to get going is Geva Schwartz. U.S. now with the ball after that shot that goes out of bounds. Wide open look for three there by Elia. It's no good, but a rebound by Nuriel, and he gets it to fall. And one. And Israel will call timeout.
That's his second and one of the day. You got it.
So momentum now shifting in the U.S. direction here early in the second half. It's now 51-39. You see Nuriel hyping up his team there. That kick out and that three from Elia is no good. Nuriel getting that to put it back up for the and one. And he'll go to the stripe for the three-point play.
And we're back. You see Israel's head coach, Eldad Bentov, talking it over with his guys. Yes, the USA team is starting to look a lot more together, a lot more cohesive, but the Israeli team is not giving them any chance. They're firing back on all cylinders like they have been the entire first half.
On these past couple possessions, it's been all powered by Nuriel, hitting that three, getting the rebound, and now at the stripe, chance for a three-point play, and doesn't get it to fall. 51-39, U.S. down by 12. See if Israel can respond. Cooperman at the top of the arc, kick it to Diamond. Back to Cooperman.
Lots of on and off ball streams here for Israel. Malka pulls up from the top of the key, got it. That's a nice two-pointer there.
Well, not all big men can shoot, but Malka gets that one to fall. Nice and easy for him. Now Rabinovich with some speed up the court. Kicks it out to Ilya. Now back to Rabinovich. Rabinovich for the look for the three. It's good!
And he's pumping his fists. He's excited. He's starting to feel the juice of the comeback now.
U.S. down by 11 now. Momentum in their favor here. 6:30 left in the third quarter. Pass down low to Malka. Can't get it to fall, but they'll call a foul on Nuriel, and he can't believe it. So Malka will go back to the stripe for two.
If you're Israel, you got to drain these. It was good passing from the Israeli team, something they've been known for over these last few games. Just gets an unfortunate foul call there for the U.S.
Malka goes one of two for the line, but Erez for the wide open three, and he gets it to fall. Lead back up to 15. Israel now with the press. Double teamed is Rabinovich trying to find a man, and he finds Schwartz now, but it gets deflected and goes out of bounds. It'll stay in the possession of the United States.
And if I haven't said it enough all day today, I love the way this Israeli team falls right back into this press right after make shot or miss shot. They drop right into that press in the full court.
It's been working for them all afternoon long. Lubetsky now kicks it out to Ilya. Ilya for the three, nowhere near the rim. He airballs it. Here comes a 3-on-1 fast break. Malka, back to Malka.
And a great block from Elia. Israel tried to be safe with it, tried to make the extra pass, but Elia really showing hustle out of the first half, showing more hustle out of the first half.
Ilya able to get a hand on it. But from the inbound play, a open three-pointer look there from Cooperman. Can't get it to fall, but Malka with the rebound and the putback for two. Israel back up by 17. Rabinovich at the top of the arc, kicks it to Schwartz. Schwartz to Nuriel. Nuriel between his legs, kicks it out. Lubetsky near the baseline, tries to kick it out to Schwartz. Just got lucky there. Now to Rabinovich. Rabinovich with one on the clock. Just puts up a prayer, can't get it to fall. Rebound, Coopersman and Israel. Coopersman up the left side, driving hard to the lane. Up and in for two.
And a great coast-to-coast. There was no conflict there whatsoever. He took that right from his own lane, walked it down the middle of the court, got a line there.
Well, it was an 8. Well, U.S. was down 11, but an 8-0 run there by the Israelis, and they're now back up by 19.
And as Cooperman took it to the lane, there was a big hit there from Malka onto the U.S. Don't think Coach Avelson's happy about that one, but it remains USA possession after the foul.
So Lubetsky inbounds it to Rabinovich. Rabinovich now taking the ball up for the United States. Schwartz kicks it to Ilya. Ilya kicks to Nuriel in the paint. Nuriel up for two. Well, you want to look at one bright spot for the U.S., Josh. It's Nuriel this afternoon.
Absolutely. That baby hook kills. He has great length and great speed for his length. He's got to keep using it. He's got to keep trying to create chances and force gaps in this Israeli defense.
No look pass there for Erez, but Saki can't get it to fall, and now a fast break. Here's Ilya on the offensive side of things. No good. He'll get the ball back as Nuriel gets that rebound. Now Schwartz with the ball. He drives into the lane, tries to go up, swatted away by Malka. He got a hand on it, though. Possession still to the U.S.
And that's more great ball movement there from the U.S. He had that gap there, just lost it at the last second, though. That's a great sign for the U.S.
And Josh Schwartz is still without any points this afternoon. We were talking about him pregame. One of the guys to look out for on the strong United States team, but has a goose egg right now.
And Nuriel with a deep three there. That one falls just short. And Matt, you're absolutely right. You want to see Schwartz get more touches, especially inside that paint where he can use his size to his advantage.
So shot clock violation, ball goes back to the Israelis, and here's Ezra at the top of the arc trying to get the pick, and does by Todorov, and kicks it out. A wide open Cooperman for three. It's good. Splash, and the fist by Cooperman.
Rabdovich now taking it up the left side, finds Schwartz up at the top of the key. Over to Schnell, then Ilya in the corner. Looks back up for Rabdovich, almost picked off, but it's not. Three-pointer up, no good.
Cooperman with the rebound. Israel back with the ball, up by 20. Some breathing room for them here, getting late in the third quarter. Cooperman will reset the top of the arc. Will get the screen from Todorov. Will kick it out. Nope, one more pass. And splash. There's a shot fake by Malka. But unselfish behavior there as he finds Saki for the wide open three. And U.S. will call timeout. Israel with his largest lead this afternoon. They're now up by 23. And they just keep pouring it on here, Josh.
I mean, the extra ball movement from Israel has been incredible. They make the extra pass. They get to the open spots.
We'll be right back here in Ramat Gan.
And we are back here in the third quarter. Israel up 22 in this gold medal match. We'd like to thank JBS, America's Jewish television network, and the official television partner of Maccabi USA. This competition is being recorded for broadcast on JBS, where family, friends, and supporters across North America can tune in to watch highlights on television.
Well, Josh, on that last play, the referees actually called it a two-pointer. So it looks like the foot of Saki was on the line, so instead it'll be a two-pointer instead of a three. Nonetheless, Israel is pouring it on still, up by 22, and they're not stopping. Another takeaway there, and Saki up and in for two.
And what that sounds like to me is all that means is that going from a two to a three-pointer and then a layup there means that the Israelis just missed that forsaken number that I will not say as their total score.
So Vitikin and Jonah Lubeski check into the game, first time in a little while. Here's Vitikin trying to find an open shot here. Kicks it to Nuriel. Nuriel with some good ball handling and a good pass there. But just out of the reach of Vitikin. Israel got a hand on it, and so it'll stay in possession of the United States. And they got to find something here. Another takeaway there. That's now Todorov, the big man for Israel. Fast break, coast to coast. Cooperman. And they'll call Israel ball here off the fingertips of Lubetzky.
Lubetzky seemed to be hype about that one, giving more pressure on this Israeli team, not letting those lanes come so easy.
Oh, Josh, I'm surprised you're letting him check into the game without a jersey on, but he's playing. And you can see the defense on display by him there.
Good bump, adds the pressure. Might be taking notes off the Israeli offense. Hard contact there, but no call.
Now here's Malka with the one-on-one on Nuriel with some help, and now they'll call a foul on Nuriel. He said his hands were up. Referee disagrees. And foul called on Yonatan Nuriel. So another inbound play at the baseline for Israel. Cooperman with the inbound play. Gets it to Todorov at the top of the key. Now back to Cooperman. 10 on the shot clock. Cooperman goes to his left. Wide open lane, can't get it to fall. Rebound, Nuriel.
Looked like Lubetsky was too focused on fighting hard off that screen, giving the big man a run for his money, that Cooperman just had his left lane wide open.
Here's Lubetsky driving into the lane, and a bad pass there. Not able to connect with Jack Vitikin. And what we've been talking about, the miscommunication, you just see it on display right there.
You're absolutely right, and this U.S. team is very talented, but those costly turnovers will add up, especially with how strong and sturdy this Israel defense has been.
Israel just pouring it on here in the third quarter. Have possession once again here. Minute 40 to go in the third quarter. Here's toe draw for the and one! Draws off the contact. Puts it up and in off the backboard for two. And Israel now up by 26 points, Josh.
A fantastic underneath pass there from Biri Malka. Israel has had a handful of those passes, some no look, but cutting the lanes, whether it's under, whether it's over, they're hitting their open man and really pushing this U.S. defense to its limits.
And it's looking like a replica of a couple days ago when these two teams faced off. Like we were saying, Israel 5-0, haven't lost a game. The last time these two teams played, it was an 87-48 win for them. Just a complete blowout then and a complete blowout now. We'll see what the U.S. can do, trying to fight back. 2 points there for Diamant, and Israel up 29. Another takeaway there. There's Diamant pushing the pace, kicks it out, wide open three there for Strongen. He can't get it to fall. Another rebound, and here is Saki. He can't get it to fall. And once again, another rebound for Israel. The U.S. just can't get their hands on the ball. They all just look really tired right now. Malka for the three, can't get it to fall. Rebound Israel. Malka at the top of the key, kick to Saki. Saki wide open three. He gets it to fall finally.
I mean, those are some highly contested shots there. And even if they aren't the best opportunities, you got to be happy with that U.S. defense, but you cannot be happy with that rebounding. Especially on the defensive side, you have to box out. Zaki's a great player, but if you let them take 4 open three-pointers, they're going to make one. You got to close them out, only give them one at a time. Can't let those possessions stack up.
Rebounds, one of the keys to success for Israel this afternoon, and the turnovers, as you can see one right there. It's a lot of fast break points for Israel this afternoon, Josh.
And a Hail Mary outlet pass there from the U.S. Remy Schnell looks to inbound it.
Schnell just pushing Diamant, trying to slow down the pace. And the U.S. just trying to catch a breather here. 8 seconds on the game clock. Down by 34 points. 8 seconds left in the third.
And I said at the beginning of the game, it was going to be a hustle match, and now it just looks like it's turning into a cardio match. Who can get up and down quickest, who can turn their feet the fastest. And if it comes down to it, it looks like Israel's had it all over.
It's been all Israel this afternoon. Everything working for them. Rabinovich here, he'll only have 5 seconds on the game clock. Nuriel will pull up for the two. Rolls out. And the rebound, but not enough time for one last push for Israel. 80-44 and an onslaught here as we go into the fourth quarter. Last 10 minutes of play here. Israel trying to get to triple digits here. It's championship day, and it's the gold medal match. Both teams will go home with hardware. But right now it's looking like Israel will take the gold.
Absolutely. And it looks like it might be too big of a mountain to climb for the U.S., but we'll see as we come back in the fourth quarter in just a bit.
10 minutes until gold. We'll see who takes home gold, and right now it's looking like Israel is the team to do so. Both teams going home with hardware.
Absolutely, but you have to admit, even with the U.S. having Schwartz and Nuriel back, Israel has looked like the better team. They've been playing faster, stronger, and as we see right there, shooting better.
Splash down by Diamant, and Israel just keeps pouring it on here. 10 minutes to go. Another takeaway there. There's been a lot of takeaways for Israel this afternoon.
Some hard contact there from Lubutsky, but number 17, Itan Totoro, gets it in with the contact.
It's not just takeaways. They're able to set up on offense, find the open man, get the points to fall. It's not just all about defense. It's about the offense as well. They've been able to capitalize on their three-pointers. See Diamant knocking that one down right there. That's one of many that they've been able to knock down this afternoon.
Now for the U.S., Schwartz looks to drive in, but it's stolen by Diamant. Diamant looks for Strogan, but it's tipped. Kicked out Malka. Looks for his big man in the paint, but it's tipped by Schwartz. Out of bounds, it's going to stay Israel ball.
And Josh, every single turnover by Israel, it's an odd man rush for them. It's either a 2-on-1, a 3-on-1, sometimes a 3-on-0. And the inbounds plays, they're drawing them up perfectly. Saki knocking that one down right there.
I mean, you can eat those for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Maybe a little bit for dessert with that one, too.
That's what you practice for an hour and a half in practice. I mean, that's too easy for him.
If I'm Coach Bentoff, I'm ecstatic about that one.
It's now a 44-point lead for Israel. An exact replica of the July 8th game. And Elia with a three. That's nowhere near. Rebound, Rabinovich puts it up. Rolls in and out. He can't get it to fall. And Saki with the rebound. Out to Malka. Malka tried to save it in bounds. Instead hits it off Elia. But not before Malka steps out of bounds. So the U.S. will have another chance at a push here.
And for the first time, you don't see the Israeli defense picking them up full court. Yes, you may have been waiting for him at half, but at least they took a few steps back, something they're not used to doing this game.
Up and in for Jonah Lubetsky. That's his first points of the game. Saki with the ball. Kicks it to Malka. Malka at the top of the arc. Diamant for the three. It's no good. Off the back of the rim, but a rebound by Todorov. Can't get it to fall. Rebound Schwartz. He'll kick it to his guard, Rabinovich, to get it up. Now out to his man, Nuriel. Nuriel to Lubetsky at the top of the arc. Wanted to pull up, and now he does. Lubetsky tried for the three there, couldn't get it to go. Saki going left to right, the Euro, and it's good. Israel now up 90-46, and they're going to lay loose the bench here. 5 new guys about to check in the game for Israel.
Subs in for Israel. We have 7 Guy Ben-Gurion coming in. No.
Another fast break look there you see going from right to left. The Euro by Saki.
I mean, shades of prime Russell Westbrook with that one. That's textbook. 2-on-1, split the defender. That's what you love to see, especially introducing some Euro ball to these USA players.
Let's talk more about the champs, though. More like Jalen Brunson, you'd say.
Don't get me started on the Knicks.
I wouldn't go that far. 7 minutes to go here. Gold medal match between Israel and the United States.
Cooperman looked to go up and under.
Everything going Israel's way. Wide open. Touchdown pass look there to Lubetsky, but he can't gather the ball, so he'll just take it out. Lubetsky will pull up a couple feet away from the stripe. Rabinovich now for the three. It's no good. Elia with the rebound. It's off of the Israeli defender, staying in the U.S. direction.
And, I mean, when you talk about team defense, nobody so far in this tournament has done it the way Israel has. They're together, they're communicating, they're talking. We can hear them from here. They're making switches, they're calling out screens, they're trusting each other, and that's what you need on defense to win.
Besky with a nice turnaround there, but can't get it to fall in and out of the rim. Cooperman taking it up for his team, going in between the legs. Finds a wide open teammate. An arrow goes up and in for two. Ronnie Ares. Excuse me. Had a wide open look there, and why not just drive in the lane? Exactly what they've been doing perfectly all afternoon long, getting the ball at the top of the arc, driving in the lane, making something happen. And there was been easy layups for them all afternoon.
And there was an Israel foul on 34, Ben Adiva. U.S. is going to look to try and make something here, just grasping at straws.
So Israel has doubled the lead now, up 92-46, and we still have 6 minutes to go in this finals match. Maybe it might be a little home court advantage for Israel, but they're just pouring it on, trying to get to double digits here in the fourth quarter.
Home court advantage is definitely something that is talked about a lot in these games, especially Israeli athletes knowing each other beforehand can be a big advantage to teams who have met less than 2 weeks ago.
Cooperman had one on the clock, so they get that shot up, but it was off the back of the rim, couldn't get it to fall, and the rebound by Vitikin. Vitikin kicks it out to Schnell. Schnell out to Schwartz for a three. It's good! Schwartz knocks down the three, and the first points for him, and it finally clicked, but a little too late here for him.
And
Cooperman driving into the lane now, finding a wide open teammate on the outside of the arc. It's another thing, Josh, that they're doing well. They're driving into the lane, and you have that wide open teammate you can just pass it out to if you don't have that wide open look for that layup.
And that's part of the chemistry.
That's the problem.
That's part of the chemistry we keep talking about. They know their sets, they know where their guys are going to be, and they know the gaps they have to fill.
5 minutes to go here in Ramat Gan. If you're just joining us now, you can see it right there on your screen. It's been all Israel Levant this afternoon.
We'd like to say that this game between the U.S. and Israel is brought to you by Ken and Linda Morton, proud sponsors of Maccabi USA and our Maccabi Media program. And there, right as I say it, a steal from Cooperman, wide open layup. If that's not the icing on the cake, if that doesn't tell you everything you need to know about this game, then I don't know what does.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. No matter the outcome of this game, I think both teams are pretty happy that they're here competing for their countries, representing their delegations. I know it wasn't the outcome you want if you're the United States, vice versa is the outcome you want if you're Israel, but you're just happy to be here. You're still going home with silver, so you'll take it with a grain of salt at the end of the day.
Absolutely. We've talked to countless athletes from different countries, both from anywhere from middle school to past college, and something they've always talked about is the difference of wearing their country's name on their chest. And you got to think, especially for these young guys, some who haven't even started high school yet, to wear their country's name on their chest. Our Maccabi Media's next broadcast is playoff soccer at Herzliya Municipal Stadium on Sunday, July 12th. Is brought to you by Campus Apartments. Campus Apartments, offering students a higher standard of living. Make sure to tune in to Maccabi Media on YouTube, right here in the same spot where you find that soccer game. And a quick inbound from Israel, off by Strongham, but he gets his own rebound. Shot up from Cooperman, no good. Another Israeli rebound. And Guy Ben-Goran, great pickup in the putback. Talking of Nick, shades of OG Anunoby, game 4.
Well, you look right there, it's too easy. No one's boxing out. No one's trying to get a rebound for the U.S. It's just all white jerseys by the rim.
I mean, you have to ask how much can they do? You have to try and look in these guys' perspectives. What does fighting back really feel like?
Well, I think we can both agree that this afternoon, the number one key to success, to the absolute domination right now, is the takeaways by Israel. And they're able to capitalize on the offensive side of things. That's what's been working for them.
Most definitely, and especially the speed of play which they've been able to play at. They're not falling into their sets. They're staying wherever the ball goes. If the ball's up on the full court, they're right up there with it. If the ball's at half, they're hitting the doubles.
You see it right there. Look at the depth they had on the bench right there. If a guy needs a break, you have someone that's stepping up.
That's too easy. Takes him out in the air. Guy Ben-Goran hit in the air on the contact, gets the and one and the buck after the foul from Gava Schwartz. And, you know, Gorin, he saw the gap. He took it. Schwartz tried to get there, but was just a too little, too late. Hits the contact.
Look right there. You see a wide open look. And it's only when they get to the rim as the U.S. defenders start crashing toward him. And that's when you draw the fouls.
And that free throw from Ben Gorian gets the gap up to 50. 99-49. Schwartz, for this time for the U.S., takes a long two, doesn't get it to fall.
Schwartz just not able to find anything to fall. Israel at 99 points. And we might see triple digits right here. Yeah, hard foul there. That's Lugashi going to the line. So they'll call the foul on Schwartz, and he doesn't agree. Lugashi's just all smiles from him and the rest of his team. We're just past the 3-minute mark here. If you're the United States, you're just happy to get off the court at this point.
I mean, you got to think, especially a guy like Lugashi who comes from Kfar Sada, just nearby this gym. You got to think what this means to them, playing with their home country on their chest, likely in front of lots of friends of family in their home country. You can't have more of a proud moment than this.
So Lugashi is 1 of 2, and Israel now at 100 points. So the U.S. down 51, and we have just 3 minutes to play here. And Israel's not done yet. There's Malka up. He'll get fouled by Vitikin, and so he'll go to the line once again for 2.
And man, a lot of this U.S. defense has turned to swinging about it, and it's translating. It's just widening the score for them. As another free throw there puts Israel back up to 101-49. Got to be confident going into this one.
Well, Josh, we were able to talk to a lot of teams coming in, and one thing that all the teams agreed on was the chemistry, and all these players coming to Israel not really knowing each other, playing with each other for the first time. And it's not necessarily easy playing with people you don't know. It takes a lot of that chemistry, both on the court, outside of the court, and it's not easy. But even though the U.S. is getting blown out here, you still are pretty happy that they're going home with silver. Still 4-1 before this game, played well. In their recent games, they were pretty much all blowouts, beside the loss to Levon on July 8th and this afternoon.
Yeah, absolutely. They definitely have peaks and valleys to their trip here, but especially for a U15 delegation, for young athletes, you got to think that this means something. This is a medal that's going to hang in their room for a long, long time.
So both teams are just exchanging rebounds and just putting up shots. A little bit of practice here.
Vitikin, the one-footer, can't get it to go.
And Josh, I'll give you this last minute 30 to call. Go for it.
And I appreciate that, but it's looking more like an all-star game now. Ducking under for a contest. You can hear the cheers of fans in the stands. And I mean, my goodness.
And you sense it in the crowd. Look at the fans all the way up at the top. It's like at the MLB games they do now, where they take their shirts off and swing it around. They know their guys are winning gold, going home with hardware. But so is U.S., but not the gold. They're going home with silver.
I hope for my sakes we don't see a tarps off situation going on here. But Israel head coach Elad Bentov, he is ecstatic with his players. He's ecstatic, telling them to slow down, playing in a very gentlemanly way. But I mean, how gentlemanly can you be? You're down 53 in a gold medal match.
So we were able to talk to him before the game, and he was drawing up plays all afternoon before the start of this one. He said he was excited to get playing here, and we are just about wrapped up here in Ramat Gan, Israel. 30 seconds to go, and Israel will hold on to the ball. Final score, 107-51. One final shot here, and actually will get it to fall. So add 3 more points onto that. Excuse me, it's now 110-51.
Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Israel fans on their feet. Israel bench on their feet. They're ecstatic with themselves. Clock ticks down as the air ball goes out of bounds. And these guys are happy. These guys are feeling it. They take home another gold medal match.
So the 15U boys basketball gold medal goes to Israel Levon. Israel Levon wins this one. And you can see them right there shaking hands with the United States. It's all about sportsmanship here at the end of the day. Both teams going home with a medal. Israel Levon on top of the world right now, winning gold. U.S. going home with silver.
And looking back on this game, one player stands out, and that's number 3 for Israel, Amit Diamat. He's tonight's player of the game is Amit Diamat for Israel.
That team played better than we did.
And these guys were absolutely incredible. They were feeling themselves very well here. You can see the camaraderie, you can see the teamwork. And like we talked about, knowing each other, chemistry, these are teams that not only guys have individually played with each other, these guys have played as a group of 5, as a group of 10, working with each other, working through those rotations, and that'll be what kills in the long run in a 4-quarter game.
All huddled up at half court, all smiles on the looks of the Israelis as they take gold here in Zion Hall in Ramat Gan, Israel. It was just an onslaught all afternoon long. From turnovers to capitalizing on offense, hitting their shots, wide open 3 opportunities, their layups. Everything was working for Israel as they win this one. Final score 110-51.
And like we said,
and we'll now kick it down to our sideline reporter, Sylvia Zeltzer. Sylvia, what do you got?
I'm here with player of the game, Amit. Amit, incredible game today. What's your strategy? Amit, שיחקת מטורף היום, מה האסטרטגיה שלך?
עבדנו קשה כל הקבוצה, זה לא רק אני, נלחמנו וזהו.
He said it's not just me, we play as an entire team, it's a team effort. Amit, אתה לוקח עכשיו מדליית זהב, איך זה מרגיש? Amit, you're taking home a gold medal. How does it feel?
מרגיש טוב, עבדנו קשה, והצלחנו את המשימה שלנו.
It feels great. We did exactly what we wanted to, and we accomplished our mission. Amit, great job. Good game, Amit. כל הכבוד, שיחקת ממש יפה.
That's the player of the game, Amit Diamant, number 3 for Israel. He was all over the court this afternoon for his squad. You see the water poured on him right there. All smiles for Israel. They win this one, 110-51, and the medal ceremony coming up as Israel Levon will retrieve their gold first, and the U.S. will then get their silver.
And you talk about team effort. No team that we've seen so far in this tournament is more deserving of team medals than this Levant team, led by players like Diamat, who is our player of the game. Player of the game brought to you by MHS Lift, moving what's next. But you got to think that these guys are happy with their performance. You can see the families in the stands cheering on their guys. You got to be proud of them. If you're a coaching staff too, you got to be proud of the way you conducted these guys.
And you can just see the chemistry, you can just see the teamwork. All of these guys, it just looks like they all know each other. They're all family, and they're going home with gold this afternoon. And all 6 of their matches, Josh, their first game against Israel Hakol, it was a 22-point win. Against Germany, they put up 130 against them. They beat them 130-22. And their next game, they beat Israel 98-47. Brazil, another 100-plus game, 117-43. And then playing this U.S. team not just once but twice, beating them 87-48. And now here, 110 they put up. So 3 times in this tournament, they put up 100-plus. As you see, Ronnie Erez getting his gold medal first.
And he's taking home that what looks to be MVP trophy. And he's going to present that team MVP trophy to his team. You know he feels the camaraderie, he feels the support from his guys. He's going to go and take it over as the celebration continues. And you can see the way they mobbed Erez after receiving his trophy, the way they mobbed Diamat from getting his player of the game. The way these guys support each other is unlike anything else.
Well, here is the other Israeli team actually getting their bronze medal first, so we'll have the ceremony for bronze, silver, and gold. So the bronze goes to the other Israeli team, that's Israel Hakol. Silver will go to the United States of America. And the gold will go to Israel Levant. And as we were saying, it was well-deserved, and they showed it on full display here this afternoon.
Absolutely, and with this USA team, you know, today wasn't the best representation of it. They were outmatched by this Israel Levant team, but they had a dominant performance their first 4 games, taking on Brazil, Israel Kahol, Germany, and Israel 3, showing dominating performances. They put up 113 against Israel, 89 against Israel 3, 113 against Germany, 93 against Brazil. They definitely go home with some happiness about some things.
100%. And you look at the flip side now, the U.S. getting their silver trophies, and they still played really well in this tournament, Josh. I know not the outcome they wanted this afternoon, but led by Giva Schwartz, their big man, and Yonatan Nuriel, our player to watch this afternoon. They were able to step up when they needed it. They were able to compete, even step foot on this court this afternoon to play in the gold match. And they still played well.
Absolutely, and just like Imad Diat said earlier just now, it's not about him, it's about the team. He's happy with his performance, but he's even happier about the team itself. And that's exactly what you want. These guys want to look at their medals 5, 10, 20 years from now and just think about the team, think about the camaraderie, think about the trust they had in each other. And that leaves us with the gold medal for the U15 boys basketball here for the 2026 Maccabiah in Ramat Gan, Israel.
See them putting on the medals, right around their necks. Yeah, you were saying it. It's definitely memorabilia to have forever. I used to play a lot of sports, and I have medals hanging around all over my room, and it's always good once in a while looking at it. It makes you think about your teammates that you had, the special connections you made. That's what sports is all about. It's obviously you want to go out there and win, but it's more about the teamwork, the chemistry you build, the sportsmanship. That's really what it's all about.
Absolutely.
And that's why this game of basketball and sports in general is just a beautiful game.
I got a feeling you don't got gold medals like this hanging up in your room, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt with that one.
When I was really young, I participated in like the JC Maccabi games, but like I don't really know if those gold medals were given out. But you know, even if you're taking home silver, you know, you're traveling to Israel and you're going back to the States, you're showing your friends at home that you came home with silver, facing countries from all around the world, Brazil, Germany, Israel. It's still pretty cool in my opinion, Josh.
Absolutely, and look at the happiness from the Israeli team as they lift up their trophy. I am Josh Barkowitz, this is Matt Goodman here.
We're still here in Ramat Gan, Israel for the medal ceremony. As you can hear the song, "We Are the Champions." Here's some highlights from today's game. Some early points there. The U.S. on the scoreboard first. It was 2 quick points for Radovich, but Israel never looked back from there, as it was just an onslaught from them. Driving into the lane, fighting the open man, going up for easy 2-pointers. But on the U.S. side, Nuriel was able to score some points for his squad. Our player spotlight this afternoon. Nuriel once again there with the fillet. But once again, not able to stop Israel's final score, 110-57. Israel Levant takes gold here this afternoon. Thank you to our production crew. Signing off alongside Josh Markowitz and our sideline reporter, Sylvia Zeltzer. I'm Matt Goodman. Israel Levant takes home the gold. Have a great night, everyone, from Israel.